Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
We're back, and I do thank you for coming and joining us at me for the weekend sessions. I am your host again, Adrian Ford, and welcome to the weekend sessions. Now, everybody knows, we've been gone for a little bit, but we got so much to talk about on this wonderful episode.
Ooh, child. Ooh. Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
I'm in the middle of recording the weekend sessions.
Weekend sessions with who?
Adrian Ford. Where the hell you come from, and how did you get in Oklahoma?
Child. Hey, y'all.
Where you coming from?
I got lost in my gay dolphin. But anyway, I'm here. Watch out. I'm here.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Here. Hey. What's up? Girl, this camera, girl. What you been in here? Don't, girl, you ain't got nothing right, girl. Just come up here fucking up this shit. You ain't got no music playing in the background. Girl, who drink is this? Good.
How you gonna just take that? Is Mr. Buck's drink.
Good. What are we talking about?
First of all, how you gonna come here and take Mr. Buck's drink and then cut?
Girl, I told you I was on my way.
Child, you said you ain't got tornadoes and shit to do. That's why you wouldn't come over here.
I know, but I passed one. I wrote past it. She was spinning up over there. That's kind of driving.
So you travel up all the way out to Oklahoma.
Oh man, went to the airport. Just came from China, Atlanta.
Bitch, and you just bitch, get off of me! You came from China, Atlanta?
We are a family. Girl, why are you acting like that?
Because you just came back from China, Atlanta, and then you come to Oklahoma with me and Mr. Buck. And Buck, would you let this bitch? Not gonna laugh.
Hey y'all, welcome to Weekend Sessions. I don't know why they try to do the show without me. Anyway, I'm your boy Q, the content guy. This is
Adrian Ford,
my shady co-host. I would never. And I had plenty of opportunities, honey, but I would never, ever.
Bitch, they come to see me.
Honey, ever.
Tell them, y'all come to see me.
Honey, never, not near, not day. That's cute. Thank you for making me one.
That's Mr. Box.
Okay, well. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get this thing started, y'all.
Well, now we got a ton of things to talk about since we have been gone for a week. So now we're back with the jump off. It's a lot of great topics to talk about, Q.
Girl, your place is really nice. I've been here before.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, I wouldn't have had that up there. I would have moved that.
Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna leave my ball trophies alone.
I mean, don't be
Legendary ball trophies. Casa Suave. All right, so since you're here, go on. You carry the narrative. What we talking about today?
The world. We talk about global warming and Tip and T.I. Son in jail. Chris Rock.
She in jail.
Tip T.I.
Which one? Which one? You know, she get T.I. got about 13 kids. So which one?
The one that like Tiny.
The one that has Tiny's original
face. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna let y'all know all about China, Atlanta, because I just came from there. Woo. And there's just a whole bunch of topics. Let's just get into it. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with my skin. Ain't nothing wrong with my skin. Flawless. You see this? You smell that? That's pussy.
From who?
Pure.
By who?
Beyonce.
Okay.
Oklahoma is nice. I wouldn't come here on a regular, but it's not. Oklahoma's really nice.
You gonna leave my state in my city, Oklahoma City, alone. Now, if we lived in Tulsa, we'll be on First 48.
We be on First 48 all the time.
Everybody know motherfucker Oklahoma and Tulsa is First 48. All right, let's get into these topics.
Yes. Eat before you flee. Yes.
That's for people in China Land.
All right. Well, the first topic that you got up here is global heating.
Global heating, global warming. Let's cue the music down just a little bit. Let's talk about some real things. I always say in every episode, what do I say about Earth?
It's ghetto.
Earth is ghetto, and humans are making it worse for what it is. So they're saying,
I hope y'all can hear us.
They said they're making it worse for what it is. Now, science and officials have been stating that, hey, we need to get things in order because global warming is becoming a crisis. Other theory believes that the ice caps are melting, which can flood other countries and continents. But other theories say that if those walls break down, that the world could see other places that we've never seen and that the Earth is bigger than what it is. Allegedly. They're saying that there's secrets behind Antarctica that nobody wants to talk about behind that great ice wall. But with the global warming, there's a lot of drought that's happening over the land. Some Christians believe that these are the last days. Some other theorists believe that, hey, Earth is just ghetto and humans are fucking it up. And other people are just saying, bitch, I need it, bitch. We ain't had heat like this in Canada in years, bitch. So they're taking it to different levels. They're handling it different ways. But again, global warming, like Al Gore said back in the early 2000s, that this is a situation that is real and it's impacting people. Drought has become a big thing. And with the drought is coming food costs that are getting high because livestock are dying because of the lack of resources that the farmers can provide. No food, no animals, nothing for those meat eaters, no good chicken or anything else. Even vegetables are a thing that's very hard to come across because, again, this heat wave is causing a big ordeal across the world. And it's not only impacting us in the United States of America, but also across other countries as well. So I pray that we as humans get it together. I mean, it is a serious matter. Let's get this together. But again, people are so used to just destruction, they probably won't even pay attention to what people have been saying all along until it's too late.
It's already too late.
So, and but the thing is, they said during 2020 when the world shut down, Earth was actually healing.
Yeah, because wasn't nobody outside. Couldn't nobody do nothing. Couldn't nobody do damage to the world and to the Earth. And the crazy thing is, I think it's California that in 2032, I think they won't be allowed to make any gas electric cars. So all cars being made from there on out will only have to be electric cars.
Yeah. Well, they said that's going to be global. Like cars from that point have no more gas emissions. Have to be electric vehicles. I'm gonna tell you this: y'all better have some serious charging stations around there.
What do you think about it? We're not the Jetsons flying in the air, but I will say that the world, we can advance like this.
Can you imagine? So many air crashes. The FAA be going through.
Oh, wouldn't that be something if the cars flew but the planes drove?
That's what they're called. That's why it's called Airbus, and that's why people can catch regular buses. They just can't go 500 miles an hour.
Could you imagine if a bitch could go 500 miles an hour?
I mean, hitting it.
When I was in the plane, I asked the pilot, I said, how fast we going? He said 5. I said 500. He said, you see over there to the left, that speed limit, it say 400. I said, oh, so you went over the speed limit. He said, yeah. I said, oh, don't get no ticket. I also blame this on Cleveland.
The shade.
But no, seriously, y'all, I don't know. I just feel like
Cleveland has done a lot of bad things to the world.
What if behind the ice wall is like a whole nother side of Earth?
Cleveland.
And it's like really pretty.
And they don't, and that's a good thing. Like, what if there's another side on the other side of the ice caps and it's really, really pretty and organized and advanced? And they don't want us bitches going over to ruin this shit. It's like,
when you die, that's where you go.
Bitch, when you die, bitch, you go to the other side of the earth, bitch, and you live.
And you can see us through the glass. Like, you know how like they do detective shows?
Yeah.
With a glass right here, but I can't see you.
But you can see me, bitch, they got the whole, they just looking like, And that's why they saying about if they ask to come back, they say no. If Miss Diane was to ask if she can come back to this world, she would say no. So yes,
I think through the glass like, girl, she fleeting again.
Girl, so ghetto over there. I'm so good. I mean, they get there, but I'm so glad that this girl and those spirits, no diseases or nothing, so they ain't got nothing to worry about on the other side. But let one bitch make it to the other side in the natural form, child, and
it's a
wrap. Just like that one island off of I think India or some coast of Africa, something like that. Those people, you're not allowed on that country. You're not allowed on that island because they'll kill you on the spot. Just because all of them are pure. So there's no sickness or nothing there because all of them are pure. But I'm thinking for so many years they've all fucked each other, so they're all related on that island. Your uncle might be your dad.
Speaking of fucking themselves, what's his name? It's not King. Is it King? T.I.'s son. What's his name?
King.
Is it King?
King.
I thought King was a little.
No, King is the little one.
And Dimani is the big one.
Yeah, Dimani is the big one. No, I think that is King.
Well, whatever his name is, he is in jail. Or he went to jail.
Yeah, that's King. It's King.
He went to jail. He in jail. He out of jail. Something. And I didn't really read the article because I mean, it's T.I.'s family. Because they should be the only one in jail.
Well, they allegedly said that King called his dad on a call and he said, "Dad, I ain't did nothing." And they said T.I. responded, "You maliciously, expeditiously tarnished the legacy I bestowed upon you."
Wow. That's some harsh words.
That's some harsh words.
Harsh words.
And
what did you go to jail for?
And when I look at you, you remind me of your mother's old.
You remind me of when I met your mama.
Doing Escape.
In 92.
In 92.
Do we know what he went to jail for?
I don't know. Somebody had some dumb shit. But the thing is, he had that whole entitled attitude. Just an ass.
Well, I mean, okay, let's be for real, right? We all say that if we were millionaires, we had a whole bunch of money, that we would try to keep our kids humble. But how honestly can you keep how humble can you keep a child who was raised in the lap of luxury? I'm not saying they need to grow up and be assholes, but what I'm saying is you got bitches out here that don't have a dollar to their name, and they on top. They think they on top of the world. How do you humble a celebrity child? I know there's ways to do it, but how do you humble somebody like that? And then think about it. Tiny, he wasn't born when T.I. and Tiny got together. And
no, he was. That's the older one was there before them. Yeah, he was. This is T.I. and Tiny's child. So.
No. What I'm saying is he wasn't born when he met Tiny. Like he wasn't. Like when Tiny was popping, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He might have been conceived around that. You know what I'm saying? When T.I. became T.I., that's when he really was able to benefit from his father being his father.
Yeah.
So T.I. cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Your son is cocky. What do? You
can't teach them, and then your mom seems like she defends it.
And what I never understand about people is when you have all this money, I never understand. You don't see people like Rick. Let's take Rick Ross for example. Rick Ross got all this money.
Indeed.
Rick Ross don't live in the hood. He may go back to the hood and give.
Rick Ross did. He live off Old National. It's just the hood. That's Southside. Right outside.
He live in that big ass house. Rick Ross don't live in the hood.
It's still off of Old National, about Riverdale, child.
But King never lived in the hood.
King never lived in the hood.
Why do your parents are giving you? They're giving you all the luxuries that people in the hood don't have. Why do you want to go back?
And I think they lived in an area called, don't quote me wrong, people, but I think the area is called Stockbridge, Georgia, and that's kind of like outside of Atlanta near Jonesboro. So there's a very white area, lots of $1 million homes and lots of lakes and all that good stuff. So yeah, you didn't get the luxury of living in College Park or East Point, to say hey, this is what's going on, and you had that luxury, and mom and dad, you pretty much did what you wanted to do. But also, with kids with privilege, you should teach them that the law is real. And I don't think that he ever thought that he would get in trouble.
Or is he trying to get in trouble on purpose
to give himself a
like street cred or something like that?
Child, you'll never have street cred.
And why do you want street cred? Like I'm not taking away from people who have it, but the whole point, when people become rich and they become millionaires, they move out of their, let's take away millionaires. When you got your job, you moved on up.
Yes.
Every time you get a raise, every time you get another job or something like that, you elevate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I make this amount of money, I'm not going backwards, I'm going forward. Your father they have probably had, let's just say they got over $100 million in the bank. Why you want to go back to the streets? I'm not saying you can't get back and go and do this and do that and have friends from there. Why do you want to be involved in it?
But what if hypothetically he's infatuated with how his father's life was?
I think he is.
And trying to get that street cred with trying to get thug and that. You are not a thug.
No,
child.
your father is, because that's the life he comes from.
But you are not a thug, child. That's okay.
You know who that happened to? Who still wanted to live that life? Monica's man.
You see what happened to him?
They talk all about it on the document. Master P was trying to get him out of that situation, and he did not want to leave.
Just love the streets. You see where he at?
So, Tiny's original face. I hope you do. I don't know, but I also agree with T.I. came out. He was pretty much like, "There's nothing I can do about it," and I do agree with that because he's over 18, which I want T.I. to do.
And now he can be a grown ass man.
He ain't gonna put him out.
No, not at all. No. And again, Tiny's original face, but ain't nobody checking for him in jail. Trust me, they might scare his little ass. This might be a wake up.
He might scare the people in jail.
Yeah, child, that face.
Oh shit!
Oh, I see that ghost, child.
Chris Rock. What happened with Chris Rock?
So apparently Chris Rock made a comment about the Oscars and would he ever host them again, and he kind of phrased it as something that had to do with Nicole Simpson. Nicole Simpson. I think compared it to like the last phone call or something that she did before her timing of her death. And it kind of bounced back with people, giving him backlash on, the harsh comments, and they were all saying, no wonder Will Smith smacked the hell out of you, and kind of like siding back again with Will Smith because of the comment that Chris Rock has said. But also, you got to think about these things. Chris Rock is a comedian.
He's making controversial statements all his life.
All his life, he's a comedian. And he's going to make jokes, and I don't care whether you're dead or alive, he's going to just do it because that's just Chris Rock.
And people have been making jokes how long about O.J. Simpson and Nicole?
Yeah, and Nicole Simpson. Yeah. So I think it was just a reference around her death and why he wouldn't do it.
Oh, why would you? Why would I go back to the murder scene or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something. I
I agree with him. Why go back? Because he was humiliated in front of millions of people. He did not get an apology until a couple weeks ago, like a real sincere apology. So he went the whole summer, the whole spring, and he just got an apology. I mean, at this point, I don't want to hear your apology. It's too late.
And then they're talking about on Will's side, allegedly, that Jada Pinkett now wants to file for divorce.
Girl, she ain't going away.
Her child, she needs to coins, honey, Jada, because ain't nobody checking for you.
Well, just not that, honey. They ain't gonna break up. He cheat, she cheat, child.
I think y'all got it made. Like, Jada can have all the dick she want. Will can have all the dick he want. Allegedly. And they could be, child.
You know who I thought was getting dick?
Who?
Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx looks like he can be versatile.
I like Jamie Foxx though.
Jamie Foxx, I like him. I think Jamie will be like, if he was, I think he'd be versed because Jamie got cheeks. So I think that he's giving that up to somebody. I think Will's definitely giving it up. Will seem like a more.
Who would you rather? Will or Jay? Who would you rather be in a relationship with? Jamie or Will?
If I had to pick between both of them.
I say Jamie.
I go with Will.
I go with Jamie because Jamie funny. He'll always make me laugh.
Yeah, Jamie ignorant.
He just seems like he's fun. And how come Jamie Foxx don't get the? Do you think he's underrated?
Very.
In all aspects or just certain aspects?
I think all aspects.
So music, movies.
Yep. I think Jamie doesn't get his justice. I think Jamie is a master of his craft. We can't take that away from Jamie. Even his recent movie on Netflix,
that was funny.
Bitch, I laughed my ass off, bitch. I said, yes, I need a part 2 of that.
Why do you think he's underrated?
I think Hollywood, because you think about it, the Hollywood machine was kind of aiming more with Will Smith. I think that they overshadow, if they're going to put the black men on that category, Will Smith was A+. Jamie Foxx probably came behind that. But Will Smith was always the targeted movie. But Jamie can do just the same thing as Will can do.
Actually better.
Yeah.
Well, I think in music he's underrated. I don't really think so much in movies because he got the accolades before Will Smith.
True.
But I think in music, I think he is grossly underrated because Jamie can sing his ass off.
He can sing with an A.
He can play the piano.
He can sing, yes he can. He can sing, yes he can. He can sing, yes he can. Yes he can. He can sing, yes he can. He can sing, yes he can. He can sing, yes he can. Yes he can. Brandy taught me that. Brandy taught me the church jaw.
Do it again.
Yes, he can.
Do it again.
Can.
Who taught you that?
Brandy. Can we talk about Brandy?
We always talk about Brandy on this channel.
Think about the men right now, the young men in R&B, and they did it. I said, didn't Brandy do those runs on her first album?
You talking about she was 14?
When she was like 14.
Oh, wait.
When she was 13.
I think she was like 12 or 13.
She was 12, 13 when she was recording. Her and Monica same age when they were recording a song. But you think about a 14-year-old young female doing things what they're doing now, but they're trying to say that's real.
And that was back in 94.
That album. Yeah, she was probably recording that album probably 93 or 92.
But they said she not that good.
Who?
If you like to give her a credit.
Y'all have to give Brandy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give it to Monica too. You gotta give Brandy and Monica their creds. I say because y'all favorite artists today at that age couldn't even touch either one of them at their age. Mind you,
they can't.
Still, you think about it. At 12, you think about it. Monica recorded her album. She said it on things. She was 11, 12 years old. 12. We're 12 years old recording our first album. Sound like a grown ass woman. Brandy, same age, recording our first album. And they said Brandy on majority of her songs did one take, like Whitney did. She was a one taker.
And Brandy said she was so happy to have a record deal. She just went in the studio and she was like, because she was so excited. What's next?
And Monica said, her voice was so different, so mature that Monica said she wanted the bubbly songs like teenagers had, but her voice was so mature for her age that they gave her that. I said that, and that's why I think that Brandy targeted the teenage bopper, stage and some of the adults, and Monica automatically hit the adults. When she hit so the adults, and then the mature listeners for teenagers like myself at the time, who grasped that, and you're just like, wow. And if you didn't know how old Brandy and Monica was when they dropped the album, if they never did a video and they just played the music you would think that these were two older women and they were just little kids.
Why I love you so much.
You doing what Trey doing to me. You take me up me, rub me in your arms, baby. And I love Trey for that, baby. You don't front in front of your friends. And we got caught in the police with your Benz. And I love you, and I love you, and I love you for that, baby. baby, baby, and stop doing that to me. Love only. I said, listen, Monica went to my school too.
Randy went to my school.
Brandy went to your school. Monica went to my school because when Monica was in the studio and they were doing the song called Angel on her first album,
I remember.
You're my. So I'm gonna show y'all the method I taught her. Back then they didn't have extra gum, so back then it was Wrigley's. So we, always eat a half a piece of Wrigley's. So when we did it, I was like, Monica, when you do your rhyme, because you're like this. That's where she got that run from, because when she was singing it, so I choose. See, okay, thank you. So I taught her that. So when you chew, you gotta chew on this side. You got. So when we record, they can cut out other additional sounds. So originally in the original take, she was chewing. I was like, put your face to the mic. She's like, yeah. That's how she got that run from Angel.
Girl, every time you come to this show, you learn something new.
Mm-hmm. And that's how Monica got that.
All right, well, now it's story time. As many of you know, I dip and dabble in my other house that's in China, Atlanta. And this weekend is Pride weekend. And I just came from China, Atlanta. I just literally got off of the plane. I threw my fur on the floor because,
like Whitney Houston did.
Yeah. They were fighting. They were fucking. They were shooting. And they were stabbing. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they were fighting, fucking, shooting, and stabbing. And this is to celebrate their pride.
Yeah, today's just Saturday.
And when did this happen?
Thursday.
And how long was you in China, Atlanta?
Till Saturday.
How did you get through customs?
I have a private. So I just drive on the, was it tarmac? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then my door just opens and I probably walk 2 steps on the tarmac and then I'm on a plane. Yeah. So I was watching the girls. I was like, oh, look at them.
On there fighting and fucking. What's up with the LGBT SWB TLC 702 crew? What is up with fighting and fucking? That's like the two FNFs, like fight and fuck.
Well, this is what I never understand. You beef with somebody online for whatever strange reason, and then I guess you all decide, oh, well, she's gonna be in Atlanta this weekend, so I'm going to Atlanta and I'm gonna fuck that bitch up. So I'm just gonna throw a number out there. You spend $200 on a hotel. Now I'm being very cheap, directed to a certain group of girls. You spend $200 on a hotel. You take an 18-hour car drive. You pretty much just wearing the same clothes, or y'all sharing clothes and shoes, or y'all stole them. And there's about 10 of y'all in that $200 hotel room. And then y'all all decide that y'all can go out and y'all go and jump the girls that you saw online. Meanwhile, the girls who done spent $500 or $600 on a hotel room, who done got on their plane, who done pulled out their best, who going down there to celebrate what it means, the true meaning of it, are watching y'all. Y'all did all that to just go down there and fight? I'm not fighting a bit. I'm not getting. You know how long it takes to get to Atlanta from? You know how big that damn airport is and how many trains. What you said yesterday, the train?
So this is how Atlanta. So in Atlanta, you got to catch a train.
Okay, where did the train go?
So the train from the airport to get to your terminal or to get to whatever you need to get off is, you got to get on the train. The train goes all the way downtown Atlanta. Then it circles back and comes back to your terminal. So you might get off your plane at, hypothetically, say you get off your plane at 1:00.
Okay.
And you're walking down to the area of the train, say get to your station. your station, maybe your terminal might be gate D.
Mm-hmm.
You're riding that train at 1 o'clock. You get on that train probably by 1:12.
Okay.
So you get to the train by 1:12 because you walk.
It's good time.
So by the time you get on that train, by the time you get back to your terminal you're supposed to get off at is now probably, I'll say 9:30, 9:45 p.m. And then you get off and you get your luggage, which has been spinning for hours. But that's just how it is at the airport.
Is that the murder?
No, it's just the airport.
Oh, that's the airport train.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one Leon owned?
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Leon. Remember you told me, you own the train station? Inside joke. Anyway. But I mean, it was given what it gave. The same stuff, the same normal stuff. So I hope y'all stay safe. Every time, y'all stop going out here and fighting and shooting and fucking. Well, stop going out here fighting and shooting and stabbing. Why? Why? What about when they fight and then they turn around and fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like Mary J. Blige said, I don't know if the time is right. I don't wanna fucking fight. I think that's what they're doing. Fucking and fight. How are we gonna fight? We got bruises and shit, and then we fuck.
Oh, like the couple. Remember, like the one that's in jail now? Not the couple that's in jail, but the other one that's in jail. That he fought the one that always got his legs open, and then they end up fucking in his hallway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other one that chased the lady hit off the ramp.
Yes.
Yeah. And he ended up fucking the person he was fighting in that apartment complex in the parking lot. That he spun him around in that weave. Weave went around. So
maybe she's dead.
I mean, the whole weave. Just weave. The whole weave. And then 2 months later they was doing what?
It's so big.
Fucking and fighting.
Can we go to the next case? Because I'm gonna come back to this, but since we talking about,
oh yeah.
So all right, y'all. There's a gay couple that are both in jail for alleged attempted murder. No, not attempted, for murder. And I think racketeering.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? They're a popular couple. Damn, I wish I had that picture. They're popular. You got the picture? Can you pull the picture up? Because he's doing everything but paying attention to the show.
I am here.
I'm gonna tell Buck.
Don't.
Here I come.
No. Leave Buck out of this. Buck. Don't do Buck. Get your horse ass out here. Get your horse ass out here. Now, were they a TikTok couple?
No, they're the OnlyFans couple.
But they were a TikTok couple too.
Were they?
Yeah.
No.
I'm trying to find it.
Well, they in jail, y'all. I think it was a threesome gone bad.
Yeah, threesome gone.
Oh, just look at the text messages I sent you. They didn't pull the name because I forgot their names. I think I sent it in the group.
The group?
They were TikTok.
The new group or the old group?
Honey, the new group.
Oh, yeah.
There they go. Can we play that? I wonder if we'll get in trouble for this.
News sources have confirmed several things that many of you have asked and wanted to know in the comments regarding the Jonte Collier and Eric Dobbs allegations. I want you to take a moment to look at this.
Kevon Collier and Eric Dobbs have both been charged in the murder of Dakota Bradshaw. Collier is jailed in Walker County, but Dodds is in Limestone County, Alabama's jail. Back on August 1st, deputies found Bradshaw shot at his home in Rossville, and he was rushed to the hospital, but then later died.
Again, I want to emphasize that these are allegations made against these two individuals.
They saying it's allegations, but the facts are saying that it is. And they said that the video footage has shown that vehicle leaving the premises at the time two of the vehicles leaving the premises at the time of the murder. So If y'all like fucking, y'all got all the trade y'all
But
need.
how's a threesome?
You know how me and you always put our theory together, how it goes.
How does a threesome go bad where you allegedly end up murdering somebody?
I'm thinking maybe something was said or an action was made and one person disagreed and they probably got to fighting in a tussling. And one person kind of got the best of the situation. They probably did something beyond, maybe hurt the person. I don't know. I think that something transpired, a conversation of something being said that resulted into probably one starting off with violence and then the other one jumping into the situation. And then that poor young man getting killed because of it. I tried to play it in my head so many times.
I've had, situations with gentlemen callers, and if I just wasn't into it, I just got up and left. I don't have that rage in me to. Well, let me say this: how can I say this correctly? I think everybody has a side of them that can go to a certain, even the nicest person, you can push them and they could just lose it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think 90% of people don't have that urge where they just want to end somebody's life.
Or maybe something got too far and got out of hand and the person accidentally ended up getting killed and they both were scared and they fled the scene. Versus if it was an accident or whatever occurred, I would stay and call 911.
I would have stayed though.
I would have called 911 because what if in those seconds or those minutes, because normally any 911 response, but normally technically in certain areas, it may take 9 to 10 minutes for arrival time. But in that time, you could have been initiating CPR. If it was an accident, but the fact that y'all bitches ran.
So the story that was told to us, the alleged story.
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, this is just a Ford story, y'all. So don't take this and run with it. This is just shit we come up with in our head when we bored and we on the phone. This is what we thought happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I just said this is a Ford story. AKA, this is not a real story. This is just what go on in our mind, y'all. Just listen. So we thinking we and him was sitting on the porch. And the light-skinned one with all the hair.
Mm-hmm. The bottom, the original bottom.
They both lived across the street. And we would always wave and this and that.
How we wave?
We would wave and stuff like that. Nothing to it. And the light-skinned one would always flirt. And
why always gotta be light-skinned people flirting with me, though?
I was just stretching.
Carry on.
And he would always, have conversations with a certain somebody in this room. And the dark-skinned one will also conversate with a certain somebody in this room. And so we was outside, so the U.S. Marshals had pulled up and took the light-skinned one in, and we was like,
this is exactly how it was. Trey got arrested, y'all.
So neighbors started bringing the other with the dark-skinned one. They started bringing him like peach cobblers and cakes and carrot cakes, nasty. Well, carrot cake's nasty, but he had carrot cake over there. And then I saw people going over there. They was fucking, and I heard hollering and stuff come out. Anyway, and then we consoled. Was like, "You okay? You okay?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay," because we saw what happened. What happened? And he said he was his. The guy was innocent. I said, "Oh, I hope he get out." He said he gonna get out. I'm gonna start raising money for him. I started a GoFundMe account. And then a couple days later,
bitch, we was sitting on my motherfucking porch, and I always tell people, it is what it is. So we sat on my motherfucking porch, and not only the 6 U.S. Marshal vehicles and the van pulled up, but about 12 of them bitches pulled up. And we would sit back on the porch again because we had nothing to do that day. And I said, what? Bitch, she coming back again.
Bitch, is that the same Marshall?
Hey, Marshall. Hey, Marshall. Bitch, they kicked down the door.
Is she in the restaurant?
Bitch, they dragging her out.
And then he walked out with a smile on his face, and it was a mess, y'all. So I moved.
He still got cheeks.
That tells you everything you need to know about who was over the house. Moving on to the next topic that you wrote on this wonderful list. Big body Aries Spears was talking about Lizzo. Big body, black eyes, black dark circles, big black, like.
So they said,
like his circles was like this big.
How's that look like? One of his eyes look like. They had a joke with Aries Spears. They said, "What do you tell a person with two black eyes?" Nothing, because you already told him twice. So he looks like raccoon eye, ill-built body, Aries Spears.
Just big black eyes.
Just child. It looked like his eyes around here just look like, you know, when you didn't clean your stove.
Raccoon,
like you can clean your stove and have more go around the rings of your stove. Yeah.
He like had rings around his bathtub too. And his toilet. That's the worst when you get rings around your toilet and y'all don't be cleaning y'all toilet.
How do you get rings around your toilet?
It's the water, but people don't like clean it after, because you know water is sewer water. And so when every time it flushes, it just leaves like a little ring, but people don't clean their toilets. So I think Aries Spears don't clean his toilets.
Or his ass.
Or his body. But he had the nerve for whatever reason. And the crazy thing is, I get why people talk about Lizzo. I do. I also get that Lizzo is confident and comfortable with who she is. And when you are comfortable with who you are, it ain't really nothing. Here's two things, y'all. I want y'all to take this advice and run with it. You can't really read a bitch that spare her own tea. And you can't really read a bitch that's confident. You can't tell that bitch nothing. And Lizzo gives me, bitch, you can't tell me nothing. I got millions in the motherfucking bank. I'm one of the hottest acts walking around.
Bitch, I have a man.
No matter what he look like, I got a man. And who the fuck are you? And Aries Spears, girl, last time we seen you, girl, you was up on Mad TV, girl, jumping up and down like you was Bobby Brown, girl. And you talk about something, and he's talking about, oh, because, you know, I'm handsome. Bitch, where?
Who?
Aries Spears talking about he was handsome.
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 Who?
Aries Spears.
Who?
Aries Spears.
Who?
Aries Spears.
Who? The lies he told this weekend on Weekend Sessions.
You big bloated
big raccoon.
Oh, he look like he just smell like ice cream and
not ice cream, bitch. Give me
spoiled milk and honey. Mike Epps said he looks sick and he ain't been funny since he been on Mad TV.
Hey, well, Geisha, honey, I give her props. Geisha 305 said this.
When you look like the format they used to create that animated turd. Nigga, you look like the septic tank live in your midsection. Like you ain't had a bowel movement in decades. And get the fuck out of here with that men-only bullshit. So you really think a female really enjoy having sex with a man that don't know when the last time he seen his scrotum? A man that look like he pregnant with a bulldozer. A dude that looks like he a mascot for Spalding. Bitch, if you don't sit your least attractive, delusional, sugar bill looking ass down somewhere, this fool talking like he Idris Elba. And round here looking like Sherman Klum. When your big obese ass take a shit in your bathroom, I bet you it smell like sewage. I don't know any woman in her right mind that wants to be with a man that look like his stomach is sucking in his ass. Your chest is dead because your belly ate all the muscle. You got some nerve when both of your nipples is laying up under your armpits. Since you're fat shaming, I decided to join in. Because your humongous ass don't think you big. If your flappy sock and saggy breasts is sweating just by sitting still in the AC you be. If you look like a plumber that fix on toilets and I can see the crack of your ass cause you losing your britches from the back you be. Boy, if the zipper cracks in your neck create muddy dirt you be. If you take a breath and it sound like you breathing for everybody on earth, fool you be. Ain't no way in the world your lungs supposed to be sounding like surround sounds. I know what it is. Ever since Rick Ross took off his shirt, every fat nigga thought that they could do it too. Most of these women ain't even attracted to that shit, but when it comes to money, some of these hoes is willing to take one for the team. So all that a man could be big, but a woman can't stop it. Nigga, you look like a lazy fucking only good for one position, and that's laying on your back with your already exhausted looking ass. Nigga, you ain't no trophy, you a whole fucking rhinoceros. Around here looking like you mixed with elephant. Try to apply for a job. When they ask you what your ethnicity is, you gonna have to say hippopotamus. Your body look like a full hefty garbage bag, and your face look like a platypus. I don't know why your funny looking ass thought it was safe, sitting up there trying to act cocky when your cholesterol is high. Y'all think most females are naive, but I already know y'all be growing them freeways to hide that extra double chin. Trust me, bro, that beard don't be covering up that extra meat. Aries, you still look like a farm pig covered up in hell. Y'all men be walking around with fibroids in y'all stomach, but got so much to say. So since you decided to put the spotlight on Lizzo, I decided to put the spotlight on you. I mean on your belly, since you look like you growing watermelons. How do you fix your mouth to talk about the size of a woman when your stomach look like a hot dog cemetery? Like the doctor prescribed for you to eat a hamburger every hour. Boy, do you realize you look like you need to be added to the Guinness Book of Records for being the first pregnant man? Somebody I ask you how far along are you, you'll be like, ever since nobody been hiring me for no gigs. Sitting up here on this copycat imitation Vlad TV show. That police need to sue y'all. Oh, no.
Let me talk to Aries Spears personally. Aries, I'm talking to you directly. You are not Lizzo. You may be built like Lizzo, but you are not Lizzo. You are broke. You remind me that you live in Baltimore on the streets and homeless. You look like you smoke Newports all day long. Not the expensive ones, but the short ones. Leave Lizzo alone, and we get ready to read you some more, so be prepared. Now sit there and be quiet. Aries and Tiffany Haddish.
Oh.
I don't know what the fuck y'all down there doing in Hollywood. I don't know why y'all thought it was cute to sit there and have him look at a child through a newspaper that's cut out. Aries, your career will never take off. It will never be. It was nothing to start with. It'll never be anything. I probably got more money than you in the bank, and that's after I pay my rent. Tiffany, you haven't been funny since Girls Trip.
I honestly don't think she's funny at all, but that's just my opinion.
She was funny in Girls Trip. But I think she's funny in Girls Trip because she was surrounded by funny women, even Jada. That video was nasty and disgusting. Tiffany girl.
And then they play R. Kelly music.
Tiffany, and as much as I don't like this person, you'll never be Kevin Hart. You'll never have the success Kevin Hart has. You'll never appeal to people like Kevin Hart. Aries Spears, girl, I don't know what you think you are. You're not Earthquake. You're not Big Bruce. You're just big.
And
uncomfortable. Bitch, you uncomfortable make me uncomfortable. Your weight makes me look skinny. Us together, your weight makes both of us look skinny. Look like one.
Child.
And stop. And another thing, Hollywood and these people that's producing these shows are just trying to get on. Stop fucking with children. It's never been cool. It will never be cool, and it's not cool now. It wasn't cool back then. It's not gonna be cool in the future.
Yeah, these kids out there.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
You should not be looking at a child sexually.
There's a special place in jail for you.
And that's next to the two gay boys.
Yeah, special place in jail.
But no, seriously. I don't.
It's not cute. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. Kids are innocent.
Kids got enough to deal with.
Kids got enough to deal with the world that ain't giving enough opportunities. So, I mean, I'd be that one CO correctional officer. If you came to jail, bitch, I'd tell everybody. I'd slide that conversation right in.
There you go. That's the one that was fucking with the kid. That's him. That's him right there. He fucking with the child. So when you tell, I'm about to get off work, so the night crew can let them know. The morning crew already took care of them.
Okay, so what's going in it?
There you go, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him.
I'll go ahead and
He might himself in the corner. His ass ready.
I'll let them know.
Okay. I mean, bitch, they was fucking the shit out of him. Literally.
I'll let them know.
I think some of his weight went down.
I'll let them know that he's ready again.
Honey, the one nigga, honey was up in him.
Oh.
Bro, it was funky.
Oh,
it was nasty and it was disgusting. It smelled like
it smelled
like his career. Shit.
Oh, I know it just smelled like
Speaking of smelling, Irv Gordon, what's his name? Gotti Gordy.
Irv, the name I gave Irv last episode, Irv Ill Bill Big Gut Gotti. Got milk. Irv got milk, got something good Gotti. Watching the behind the story of the Inc., aka Murder Inc. story.
It's murder.
I found out a lot of things and a lot of interesting things, especially about the beef between 50 and Ja Rule. Now, what has sparked it up was that, they did come to the studio, they said in the story that they came to the studio where 50 and all of them was. A fight broke out. Somebody allegedly was going to get a gun. As the result, the lights came out. One of the artists from the Inc. stated in his interview that he was just slicing and stabbing in the dark, just stabbing whoever. So a couple people got stabbed up, but also, just thought somebody would have got killed because of the gun that was there. Eventually, somebody went to jail for that situation. 50, they said 50 went ahead and talked about it. But 50 said it was a bitch move, whatever was going down. It was a lot of pettiness.
Can I just say something really quickly?
Yeah.
Back in the 60s, we didn't have these problems when we was beefing with the Supremes.
No.
We didn't have these problems.
When we beefed with the Supremes, we never go through this.
They
just knew we didn't like them.
There was no shooting. There was no stabbing.
Mm-mm.
Even when I was beefing with Aretha, as much as I wanted to fight Aretha, well, I did fight her that one time. But that time she fell off the stage and she was drunk. I'm not going to talk about that. But we didn't have these problems back then, honey. When what's his name?
Barry Gordy?
Barry, honey. When Barry didn't sign you, I didn't, because he signed me. When he didn't sign you because you couldn't keep up, we didn't fight back then. We didn't have those problems. We just didn't have those problems.
I mean, the only time we had a problem was when Clive Davis signed me and just realized you just a waste of talent. And I was like, no, go ahead and get, just go ahead and just sign him up as like a backup or something like that. And, that's when you and Whitney originally had the fallout because Whitney was like, who is she? And I was like, that's, we
didn't really have those problems because, when Clive dropped you because your albums didn't go anywhere and I picked up with Babyface and you went over there with L.A. Reid, but it really didn't go anywhere. I mean, you was like the Pebbles. You were Pebbles. And it really didn't go anywhere. And I was with Babyface and we were touring and making hits and hits and hits.
I mean,
we didn't have those problems though, right? We weren't doing those things.
You had hits and hits and hits and you got hit several times. But when me and Tony Mottola signed up and we became the machine over you guys, and me and Columbia Records have, exceeded over that small little face off of Arista, just a subleasing thing, y'all. Well, cute little contract y'all had over there. But, the careers was a career, and we held nothing personal. It was what it was. She even went the bad boy, and I said, it still doesn't top Columbia, but, try.
I went to Bad Boy because I go to the bathroom. But,
what'd you say? You accidentally went in there to go to the bathroom and end up getting
as I was washing my hands out, honey, when you dry your hands, your fingerprint going there. That's how you sign the Bad Boy.
And bitch, I was trying to figure out how you had a video the next week. And yeah, okay.
Because we didn't have those problems back then.
To get on Bad Boy, literally, and you was mad.
I was pissed.
Because
that was the closest bathroom.
Because he still to this day talk about you as one of his biggest artists, and he was just, y'all went to war. The way y'all went to court over to get out of that contract, just to get out of it, and the fact that
that's why he couldn't pay 112 in them.
I know, That's why Bad Boy eventually shut down, because when you won that case and you took everything, I think doing that's when Faith left. Doing that thing, she said, "I'm not gonna be in the middle of this shit. I'm done with y'all. Y'all doing this. Y'all fucking up with my sister because you and Faith was like, she's like, that's my sister. I'm not doing." And Faith left. Faith left Bad Boy because of, I don't know what it was, but Puffy at the time, Puffy did express that he loved you. He loved you.
You know, back in the day, well, see, y'all, we talk our problems out. We don't do guns and shooting, because when I was on the West Coast, you know, I wasn't dancing with rappers and stuff like that in music videos. I was over there with the real crew and, you know, all that kind of stuff and this and that with them, because I helped find Snoop. I had found Pac, NWA, you know, I was just, back then, I was just doing my thing because I had took a break from the music industry. I was tired of singing ballads and I just wanted to show my other side. And while the other person was over there dancing and jumping and hooping and hollering and gyrating in music videos,
Bitch, I wasn't doing that. I'm on Columbia Records. We didn't do that. Bitch, I was just, honey, it was just me, a microphone, and go in. That's what we did. Now on the West Coast, y'all, I mean, you walk around trying to be a Butch Queen gang member, when all of a sudden, you know, you come over here, you meet me in New York, and we just so happily been in the studio building. I didn't know that the Bad Boy office was in that building. I was just saying, come into the studio and just come see me, because we just chilling with me. Matter of fact, it was me and Lil Kim and Missy just chilling. We told you, come chill with us. And you thought I had these bathrooms. I said, but don't use the one on this floor because they working on it. Go on floor number 7 and use that bathroom because it's quiet, nobody's up there. And you went up here and you came back down and you like yelling. Tell them what happened when you came in. You yelling and screaming and cussing and coming in the booth.
Well, that's not how I act. So I'm not sure who's yelling and screaming. I just said
no. You
asked me to share my story.
You came downstairs.
You asked me to share my story.
You came downstairs.
You asked me to share my story.
You came downstairs.
You asked me to share my story about my fabulous recording life.
You came downstairs yelling and screaming, and me and Kimberly looking like, what the fuck is wrong? Talk about how the fuck, why they do this to me. I'm like, what is going on? I thought you just went to the bathroom. Bitch, you always doing something.
I say all this that we don't do shooting in fight. We don't do shooting.
No, we argue.
Down. But I just wanted to share that with y'all, honey, because how it started back in the day with Diana and them.
So I mean,
and I still don't fuck with Diana and them.
The only person that we got along with, and she never did nothing to us, and we loved her to this day, was Tina Turner. Now you and Ike had y'all little, but
bitch, me and Ike ain't had nothing going on.
That ain't what he told us.
Bitch, me and Ike ain't had nothing going on, bitch.
That's what he told us.
Bitch, Ike is a motherfucking lie, bitch, and you know he a lie.
That's what he told us.
Bitch, me and Ike ain't had nothing going on, bitch.
Bitch. That's what he told us.
I'll talk to you when the show over.
Okay.
All right, honey. You was fucking rigged. So, you were saying about the Murder Inc.
So, with Murder Inc., so I guess when that beef kind of spewed,
why were they beefing? Just because.
And the thing is, it could have been resolved, but they were being petty. Like, even Jay-Z, Autumn were being petty. I think it all kind of stemmed when Murder Inc. was, got Nas. And Nas was on music with them at first, and then Jay-Z was like, you know, because Jay-Z and everybody was cool, and they thought they were being funny. So when Jay-Z and 50 Cent did something, it was kind of like tit for tat.
But Jay-Z lost.
Yeah, so, and Jay-Z was in his feelings at the time, and he was just like, I thought you was my brother, how you gonna get somebody, you know?
He lost.
Yeah. So I think the little tit for tat just kind of escalated, and I guess they were supposed to have a meeting with Louis Farrakhan, that 50 didn't show up, Ja Rule did, and yeah, they wanted them to have like a peace conversation and this and that.
Do you think it was because Murder Inc. was like up here and 50 Cent was like the new guy, so he wanted to come in and just stare the pot?
Well, think about it. When 50 came in. You know what I mean? He came in hard, and he had a machine behind him.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, you had Dr. Dre and Eminem. Eminem was the hottest damn thing walking the fucking planet.
Yeah. So you had a whole bam, and a lot of things is they said that 50 Cent, they wanted 50 Cent actually signed to other labels, but it was a whole bunch going on behind that too. But Herb talked about, you know, how he was kind of butthurt about that one. He was like, damn, you know, I mean, this nigga hit it, whatever. So I guess in the situation, there was a drug lord kingpin back in the 80s or whatever came out and wanted to do a movie and wanted to talk about his life. And the feds, the government, was trying to associate his previous life with Murder Inc. So therefore they did an investigation, and that's when they ran up into Murder Inc. and records and all that. And they actually threatened a cease and desist letter with they were with Rock. No, they were with Island Def Jam. Def Jam Records. So
associated.
No, they were associated with Def Jam Records, and they told them, they threatened Def Jam Records that if they keep on funding the Murder Inc., that they will come for them. So the label just kind of backed off from Murder Inc. and Murder Inc. changed the name from Murder Inc. to the Inc. And it was just a lot going down, but I think it was just like guilty by association because they really didn't find anything, in the bigger picture and all that. So many people, and Ashanti still declined everything. Even when they were building back up, when they started building up the second phase of the Inc., that's when, Ja Rule actually had another hit album. That's when Ashanti came out with the Chapter 2, was another.
Wait, so all this happened right before her second album? You sure?
Yeah. All this has happened in between the second album because they had to change the face of it all. So,
wow.
So Ashanti came out with Chapter 2, to take them out of the negative limelight.
Wow.
So the Chapter 2 Ashanti album, and behind the scenes, he was kind of like on Ashanti's very, very
Let me go.
And then that's when Lloyd, the singer, he was supposed to sign with L.A. Reid, and one of their insider persons kind of stopped that and blocked that and got them over to Irv, and that's when Irv signed them. But the thing is, the song Southside and all that was actually done before he got to the Inc. Wow. So, and all Irv did was just kind of
that was my song.
Tweaked it up and then added Ashanti to it, but the album went gold. He wanted it to go bigger, but it didn't. But
Lloyd had some hits though.
But Lloyd had some hits. My jam by Lloyd was "Get It Shorty."
The
one was written by Usher's little brother. No, that was my shit.
My song was the She's 5'2".
Oh yeah, you by Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
That was
so the
shit.
reason why he was doing because he was at my house and I had cooked something that I know was spicy, and he had went to the studio with the food. And I said, going down to because I've always had like a luxurious studio in my basement.
And you cook down.
And I cook down. So I said, going down into the basement, and so I had brought the maid had brought the food down.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, ha 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 ha. He was saying it's hot.
Oh, and that's what they dragged it.
They dragged. Yes.
Oh.
You learn something every time you come to this channel.
I never knew. I never knew. I never knew.
So let me ask you.
Because everybody love your cooking.
Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if Murder Inc., and I want you to just look at like how music is, do you think that if Murder Inc. did not go through any of that, like beef with 50, the court cases and stuff like that, do you think they would have stayed around longer?
Absolutely.
Or would they still be relevant to this day?
I think they'll still be relevant to this day. I think it would have had more artists added onto the roster. I think it would expand. I think that Irv Gotti, the way his business mindset is, I kind of got a better understanding of Irv. I think his business mindset would have made them a mogul. It would have been really huge for the Inc. at the time.
I haven't watched any of it, and I kept saying I'm gonna watch it, so I didn't watch it.
It's good
because I like all of them. I love the Master people because I didn't know anything about what was his label?
No Limit.
No Limit. I knew nothing about New Limit except for Silk the Shocker couldn't rap. I knew nothing except for Silk the Shocker couldn't rap and Romeo couldn't rap and Master P couldn't rap. I didn't know anything.
Silk the Shocker was together.
Me and Silk the Shocker didn't do anything together.
So what happened that night when y'all?
Girl, what's wrong?
So what happened?
In my Jeremy voice, what's wrong?
What happened when
What's wrong?
But what happened that night
But
when y'all?
what's wrong?
But y'all.
But why? Okay. So, I love that one. The Rough Riders one, I really knew a lot about it, but I still loved it.
I love Rough Riders. Listen,
so I think I'll enjoy this one. I like what BET is doing. I don't know.
I think whoever it is
who could be next.
There's so many. I want to.
But that's gonna. What I'm saying is, who could be next? That's gonna tell the truth, like these last 3 labels have done.
I want to hear. Well, Bad Boy ain't gonna never tell
He
the
ain't
truth.
not gonna tell the truth.
Let's hear Rock Nation. Let's hear about The Rock. Let's talk about the artist that was on The Rock. Now, that'd be interesting. Well, Beanie Siegel and all them other people was on there between Damon Dash and Jay-Z. I want to hear all that too. Give me that tea. But also, I mean, who else? I would love to hear behind the scenes of even some of these major labels. You know what I mean? Give me the dirt behind LaFace Records, you know, on because L.A. Reid's book is saying a whole bunch of tea. You know what I mean? Let me hear from both of them.
I think L.A. Face is always jealous of Babyface. Okay, cool. So so of course I haven't watched it, but I'm still gonna give my opinion. I think that
Cash Money, I want to hear that too. No,
I would love.
I would love to hear. No, Cash Money, I would love to hear. Give me Cash Money story from like 97.
Because Cash Money and
No Limit.
No, Rough Riders. Well, No Limit had like a. I don't know if it was like a beef.
Something.
But they both from New Orleans.
And they both had a beef. Yeah. So give me. If y'all want to do anything next, give me Cash Money next. I'll take Cash Money next on anything. Just let us hear.
I always thought Baby and Birdman was the same person. What was always crazy to me was when 50 Cent hit the scene, Murder Inc. was like, that was the end. And I always thought to myself, how secure and how put together was Murder Inc. for them just to dissolve in that way. But now that you're sharing all this other information, now it makes sense. So I'm gonna watch it. I get on my nerves, but I'm gonna sit through it.
But it was actually interesting though. Like you want to hear what he had. I like watching it. You want to hear what Herb got to say.
Well, the thing is, the reason why everybody likes stuff like that is because think about behind the music and what was the other one? True Hollywood Stories.
But you know, was like kind of bitter. What? It was kind of like Vita. She was bitter, but she just
Velveeta.
Velveeta shells and cheese.
Velveeta.
She was
cotton cheese. She was Velveeta cotton. What was it? What I named her?
But she said, "Who needs all this when I can be sitting on the beach in Barbados with my family and living?" That's a girl.
Anyway, Velveeta to eat. So,
she got that old Adina Howard nasty grind video. She had that wig she had on her head on that old Adina Howard nasty grind video wig. She had that old. Y'all know the video.
But people like stuff like that because artists who are secure with who they are. Think about TLC, right? TLC had 2 or 3 behind the music because that's how secure they were with themselves. TLC was probably one of the first artists who admitted that they were broke.
Yeah, then Tony Braxton. But you notice what label they were on. So we want to hear those stories behind all that too.
That was her, girl. And T-Boz will whoop your ass.
T-Boz will whoop her mother.
Chili too.
Left that.
Left that. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody put a post up and it made so much sense to me. I'm gonna put the post of Left Out in jail holding the thing up. They said as an adult, as I get older and older, I understand this picture more and more.
Yes.
VMAs. Let's talk about VMAs versus the BET Awards this year. VMAs is very McDonald's. They give you cold fries. They give you an attitude. They unprepared. The ice cream machine ain't working. They're gonna put whoever at the window. They're gonna have, that's the person that's hosting. They're gonna put whoever up there. BET is a little bit more organized. They're not quite frankly Chick-fil-A, but they more like they could be I'm gonna give them Chick-fil-A. They're gonna be organized. You're gonna know all the artists that's up there. They're gonna pay tribute to all the artists that you love and care about. They're gonna give awards to people that deserve it. You want to see some hot ass performances. They're gonna give credit to credit. With the VMAs have not been fun since or watchable since
the 90s.
The 90s.
Let's just be honest.
The 90s.
The 90s.
Now I feel like they give awards to whoever.
Anybody. Just shut them up. The game that keeps their popularity in their own little way.
I'm not trying to discredit this woman, but it's almost like I'm discrediting her. I thought the whole point of the Video Vanguard Award was for people who have done like crazy videos and like, you know, Missy got it. I think, did Busta get it? I'm not sure if Busta get it.
I think Busta got it. Busta's videos and Missy Elliott's videos.
Yeah, like, and then a couple other people have like these major awards. I'm not taking away from Nicki's skill credit. I'm saying that Nicki is a horrible performer. Her videos are not anything to make you say, you know what, bitch, I won't go back and watch that.
No.
Now she's in this new. So here's the thing with Nicki Minaj. It feeds into the VMAs. Nicki is at the. For some reason, female rappers have a 10-year span in the industry. I don't know why. I don't think it's fair. Nicki has passed her 10-year mark, but she doesn't want to give it up.
No.
Rightfully so. But she's doing anything now to make a hit. She's twerking on stage. Nicki, we ain't never seen you twerk on stage. That wasn't your thing. You may do it. It may be involved in your choreography, but it just wasn't your thing. You're doing anything to stay relevant because you're losing it to the Megs, to the Carlys, to the City Girls, to these other rappers and this and that. And it's like, be true to who you was. You ran the game for years. You have other women, collaborate with them. Do something with them.
But she want to do that.
You the leader now.
She want to be that. Still want to be that main.
It ain't nothing for you to be like, hey, I know we beefing, but let's do a track together. Hey, I know we beefing, let's do a track together.
I always say this, and if Nicki's watching or whoever's watching, I always say, if you want to shut it down, let Nicki and Lil Kim do a song together. You know what I mean? And do a badass video and fucking kill it. And they ain't gotta say nothing, just randomly just drop the shit. That will shut the internet the fuck down. It would just, those are two vocals that will shut it the fuck down. But Pride, see, Lil Kim was open to it. She even said it. But Nicki, girl, you still, like you said, you're holding on to that bench thing, that benchmark that you just don't want to let go, kind of like your age. You don't want to realize that you're getting older now. And, you know, kind of like Mary J. Blige, right? You're in your 50s, you look wonderful. But you're trying to hold on to, I'm still 28. No.
That voice ain't hold on. And Nicki, stop saying Foxy gave you your motherfucking style. Foxy Brown did not. I don't hear nobody credit Foxy Brown about nothing. Foxy Brown was cool.
But you gotta think about it. Foxy Brown, and even they said it on the Ink story. Foxy Brown was created to go against Lil Kim. You were created. You were created. So you were created, coached, and they styled, and everything was off of Lil Kim's style. So let's not forget about that. But
the VMAs is really geared for young teenagers who know what's going on in the world. It's chaotic. It's no control. Why are y'all in these big ass stadiums, in these arenas, hosting an award show? And to me, y'all shit. The crazy thing is, y'all shit on the BET Awards, but y'all don't shit on the MTV Awards. In my opinion, I would rather have a BET Award than a fucking VMA.
Chuck, give me a BET Award anymore.
I want it from my people. Fuck a VMA.
Fuck a VMA. My thing is, to me, a BET Award will mean a lot more. And even though I know it's all the same company, but it would mean more to me to receive a BET Award than some regular MTV or.
And MTV, when the last time y'all showed a fucking video? When the last time y'all showed anything about music? At least with BET, we got these stories about these record labels. When the last time you seen MTV play something about music?
It's always a reality show, and 10 and pregnant and shit like that.
When I'm 10 years old, I am my friend, baby. I'm 10, and my boyfriend, and we have a kid, and I said, shut up! We go to St. Elementary School, and I'm gonna kick this baby!
And that's the bullshit that MTV has, 10 and pregnant, and that's the shit that people watch, and that's what the world on MTV, music television, get it, keyword music television, controls. And I mean, if that's the case, shit, I'll go back and watch the Jukebox Network, where you can just wait all but fucking day for a video to come on. So.
That's
And
all right.
it's my baby, and I'm gonna keep, and you don't leave me alone. You're not my friend anymore.
Let's go and knock these 2 stories out the way. These 3 stories.
So what's up? They said about the Ray J and Sammie fight.
So allegedly, Ray J was online. This is gonna be real quick. Allegedly, Ray J was online, probably drinking, and talk about him and Sammie got into a fight. I could actually see them get into a fight because Sammie looks like he's annoying as fuck, and Sammie gives me he's jealous of Ray J, not because of vocals. Till my baby's gone. Till my baby's gone. Till my baby's gone. Till my baby's gone. Till my baby's gone.
You don't tell me what to do. I'm pregnant.
Till my baby's gone.
You don't tell me what to do. I'm pregnant.
But I can see because allegedly they're creating a group. Ray J, Sammie, Bobbie, Pleasure.
Girl, they'll never be TGT or LSG
Or B2K.
or B2K.
Or Pretty Ricky. I could see them getting into a fight because Sammie was very annoying on the verses. Sammie was doing the most for a person who had one song. So I could see them doing that. He probably said something slick to Ray J. Y'all know Ray J still from the motherfucking hood.
On the streets of Mississippi.
And the same day they got into a fight, Brandy was sitting over there, honey, talking about Cinderella. So that goes the dynamic in the family. So that's that. So they got into a fight, and then Ray J went offline. So I don't know nothing else about it. Honey, Britney Spears, honey, read her ex so eloquently. So apparently the Sons went on some show that nobody knows about and talked about their mother, but it seemed like they were being coached because Kevin Federline is still trying to get some money out of Britney Spears, honey. And Britney replied back, I took care of your father for 15 years.
Kevin.
I'll give it to him.
Kevin. Miss Kevin.
What you gotta say?
Miss Kevin.
She listening. She ain't doing nothing else.
Kevin.
She listening.
Get a job, bitch. You know what? Think big, bitch. Think big, bitch.
You should be ashamed of yourself trying to take Britney Spears' money. Britney worked her ass off for that money.
Big, bitch. And get a motherfucking job, Kevin. It's getting late.
She probably regret fucking you.
She did.
Probably got a little dish.
She should have just had Justin Child. As much as we hate her, she should just
She pretty much adopted. Twitter. Young Twitter. Dumb Twitter. Missy Elliott asked the question, and she said, does a classic necessarily have to be a hit? And I guess people thought she was throwing shade at Nicki.
No.
Missy has never thrown, as far as we know, we don't know what happens behind the scenes. Missy has never been that type of person. Missy worked with bitches we don't even know. Missy has never been the type to give shade. And she asked a very valid question. Does a classic have to be a hit? And the question is no.
No.
Think about a lot.
Think about a lot of albums.
What were we listening to the other day?
Brandy Full Moon. That whole album is a fucking classic.
And only 2 songs?
And only 2 songs came out of it. Well, 3. But the whole album was a classic.
Think about Writings on the Wall. The songs that was a classic weren't even singles.
Right. The Writings on the Wall, that's just shout. The classics wasn't the singles. Look at Beyonce's, not Beyonce,
Tony Braxton.
Libra. The songs that was the hits, was it the ones that was released?
Missy.
My
best friend said.
Missy, was it The Real World?
Yep.
The second album?
Yep.
The biggest classic on that was never singles on that album. You know, so it's like, you got to think about it. A lot of albums that we listen to currently got classics out the ass, but don't mean that the hits was, you know.
So, but Twitter attacked her for whatever strange reason. They was throwing shade at her, but Missy fans backed her up. Y'all can't fuck with Missy. You can't fuck with Missy vocally, rap wise, dance wise, music video wise.
But let me say something.
You definitely can't fuck with that pen.
And the way Missy Elliott's fans shut that shit down, bitch. I said, y'all keep playing her. You gotta think about it. Missy's fans are generational, bitch. They're in all genres, all age range, bitch. Honey. The oldest Missy fan is 87. bitch. Don't get it twisted.
Missy still got y'all bitches trying to figure out what she was saying during working.
That's all.
You wrote Bobbie Light.
Miss Bobbie Light and her Flavor of Love show. I guess she has, I can't on Zeus Network or whatever she
The
does.
Ghetto Network.
The Ghetto Network.
They put anything up there. They might put it. Well, let me take that back. Hey Zeus, in case y'all want to put us on there. Hey Zeus. Hey.
Don't you talk about Zeus like that. But the Flavor of Love, Bobbie Lites, it's very messy, but I can see that there's a lot of actors on there. But there was one in particular, going back and forth. I guess I called him Wesley Snipes, but actually he's a trainer and a model. Hey, that trainer and model, just wanted to tell you, hey.
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying it like that? Buck is standing right there.
Buck?
He is standing right behind this camera.
Buck,
don't reach over here. Buck, don't reach over. Let's move on to the next topic because Buck, you're right here. Buck, no.
You should really gonna hit me. I'm just playing.
Buck, Buck.
Well, anyway, the Flavor of Love show, it does have a twist and all that other stuff. People fighting, yelling, screaming, throwing things over Bobbie Lites.
Acting. Who the fuck fighting over Bobbie?
Ain't nobody fighting over Bobbie Lites.
Like, let's be for real.
Bobbie,
It's Bobbie. It rolling right.
You'd be surprised who fucked. Never mind. Another one, Miss Stacey Adams and Stacey Adams? Abrams. Miss Stacey Adams, child.
She was running for governor.
So Stacey Abrams and Governor Kemp, child, had recently, it's been all over social media, recently had a debate. And when I tell you she shut him down.
She read him down.
She shut him down like a party at 3.
She read him down like that time I read you down in the 70s.
No, the time I cussed you out in the 90s.
Honey, because that time in the 70s, honey, when you stole my Afro pick.
I did not steal your Afro pick. I told you it was Shaka Khan, bitch.
That was you.
Bitch, it was Shaka Khan. Because, bitch, my motherfucking hair, bitch, I had a Jerry curl. Anyway, well, she shut him down and she called him out on the criminal activities that's still being investigated by the state, along as the court system has actually shown proof. So not only did she come with the receipts, but she did say that you are blocking voters, ethnic group voters from voting. She even said, in your response, because I know you're going to say this, that's a girl. I said, bitch, that's when you know you can handle.
Did she read him like Kamala read?
Yes.
Or worse?
Worse. Wow. And at the end, all he can do is just look at her like this. White people get at. That smile. Because he knew he really had nothing to say, but he tried. But surprisingly, a lot of the Caucasian audience with Stacey Abrams is actually on her side because they're tired of Kemp's bullshit.
Well, but why is he running for governor again? If he's
the whole state disaster.
Well, but the thing is, you only get a certain amount of terms for governor. He only won last time because he stole the election. Now that's who stole the election.
Child, the way Miss Abrams is coming for him, child.
Well, I hope she wins, and I think she will win because Atlanta has turned,
and people in Georgia people in Georgia are actually tired of him.
Yeah, he ain't doing shit.
He ain't doing shit for nobody in Georgia. So
certain parts of Georgia is beautiful, and certain parts of Georgia is a mess.
Like China, Atlanta,
it's a mess.
Child,
do you have a story? No.
I do have a story, but I'm gonna save it for next week because we got so much to do. We have to go. But guys, again, thank you for watching Weekend Sessions. Again, I'm your host, Adrian Ford, along with my co-host, QTheContentGuy. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next week. And remember, think big, bitch.
And since it's Pride Weekend, remember these words I'm going to tell you. Always eat before you fleet. Don't fleet and then eat. Eat before you fleet.
And avoid, the sexual contact and all that stuff. Wear condoms and
oh yeah, that stuff too. But the most important thing is eat before you fleet.
And check your wallets too.
But if anybody taking anything out of Linux, I wear a lot. All right, bye.